I know it hasn't gone well up to this point, but today's going to be the day.
Thanks, dude.
Would you mind before we start, just buck up?
Buck up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hunched over like a goblin talking into this mic.
You can adjust it.
It doesn't have to stay.
Oh.
This is crazy. It's making me
Holy shit. Wow, I suddenly have a new
lease on
I
life.
sort of feel a status.
You're gonna have so much more like confidence in this episode. You're gonna.
I'm not proud
I
of
don't
you.
know. Oh.
I finally feel confident enough to tell you.
Welcome to Oops All Segments, the very best podcast hitting your eardrums at this very moment. I'm Kevin.
I'm Thomas. Today we're here with special guest, Cuinn Joseph. Welcome back to the show, Cuinn.
Yeah. Whoa, that's like shocking.
Yeah, and it won't be that high quality for the listeners either. It'll be sort of a sound that it sounds like it's coming out of my phone.
Nice.
Yeah. Cuinn, how are you?
I'm good. I'm really good, actually. I'm
Okay.
like too good.
All right,
Okay,
nice.
well, I mean, do you need to do something
Yeah.
about that? Because we can we can talk to some people if you're too good.
What
Yeah.
does that mean?
We got some connections
Yeah.
if melancholy's what you're looking for, let's just say.
Little depression, little anxiety, little...
You can hook me up with a little depression.
Feeling too good, feeling too bad. What's the same thing about those? The word too. That means more than you want. Too good.
Two
If you're
is
having
more
no,
than
let me give an example. No, Kevin, that's a different word. Let me give an example here.
I got it wrong.
Let me give an example here. You did. Someone is slobbing on that knob.
What?
Someone's sucking that dick.
It's been 1
And you
minute.
say to them, that feels too good. Are they going to keep doing it? Absolutely not. Too good is
wait a
bad.
minute. You think you've been in a situation where you
That
told
feels
somebody-
too good.
and they've stopped.
Stop. That's too good.
Well, I'm sorry. If it's too good.
So if that's a problem you're experiencing, we know some people. We can talk to us about it.
Yeah, we can
And
get
what
some...
they do is not
They
get
stop
whoever-
sucking your dick.
You hire people to stop
And they have a little bit of
sucking
depression.
It's like anti-prostitution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we sort of do here.
Yeah.
Fighting back.
That's a crazy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sort of making amends for my past.
Yeah. Well, you know how in Ferris Bueller's Day Off they run the car in reverse to undo the mileage?
Right, but that
Yeah.
doesn't
That's
work.
Kevin with his sexual history.
Yeah, but like in the movie, it doesn't work.
It didn't work in Kevin's life either.
Okay, yeah. Do I seem a little too good to you?
This is too much.
Yeah.
What I was trying to say before is
Yeah.
I'm like T.O. Like I'm on my way too good.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're almost there.
Yeah.
Oh, living on
That I did not get that because
Yeah, well, it didn't really start melodically where the song does until
No?
he found his way
That's
there.
right.
He found his way there.
yeah, I
but
guess so.
Well,
But you could have said halfway still, and it would have been fun.
Yeah.
you got sick in the middle of your
I
fringe
think-
run,
yeah,
buddy.
What
Neither of
the-
us did a good job.
What are we doing now? We're
Sorry. No, but I'm not a good
it's not-
singer.
no, it's
You're
not-
not a good singer.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's okay.
It's not that I wasn't like I got sick
Yeah.
because I was doing too good.
Too good.
Yeah, too good.
And they're like,
But,
stop.
Yeah,
Everyone
some of the
just stop.
patron reviews were like, "This show's a little too good."
Yeah, and then you
Stop.
stopped. You decided
Yeah.
to stop,
Yeah.
sort of pull back.
I kind of get it now. I
Yeah,
get what you were
stop
saying
slobbing
before,
on the
yeah.
knob of the show, as it
Yeah.
were.
Yeah. Or the
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The show.
Thomas has a baby tattooed on his arm.
Yeah, this is my friend Ryan's baby, Isla. 1 year birthday recently. Visited
I
Isla
see
just
that?
this week. Yeah, it's pretty
Is
faded.
this sort of like the Twilight
Um,
imprinting thing, or?
Yes, so she's gonna be. Well, I hope. I don't know. We haven't officially. But I
I'm
hope.
gonna recuse myself from whatever you're about to say next.
No, not that. I hope any child I meet. Let's just generalize it.
Yeah.
Will one day admire me. And,
Yeah.
and
Go on.
and so while of course I have no feelings towards them now,
Okay.
and nothing but respect towards my friends and their children,
Mhm.
that in time we may find each other.
Just for legal purposes, how much time?
A really long,
Okay.
too
Yeah, yeah.
much time. Too much. much. Way too. I'll be ancient by the time.
They come around.
Yeah,
to
it'll be
old
so.
tea.
It'll be a little too appropriate when it happens. People will be
Stop.
like,
It's too appropriate.
"Wow, you waited too long."
Yeah.
Um,
What's new with you, man?
Me?
Yeah.
We didn't even ask Quinn.
Well,
I said I
we
was
did,
too good.
and
Yes.
then,
Okay,
then we
that
started
was
talking about
you had
sucking
a
dick.
two-word, kind of a two-word update.
Yeah.
We were gonna record this tomorrow on my birthday.
Right, it's not your birthday.
Birthday.
Yeah.
Well, I sort of expected the segments were gonna be birthday
Right, they were
themed, or
like,
maybe
yeah.
be a surprise or something.
I had
and
thought
so I'm
about
still
trying to put them
acting
together, but
I
now
still got
we're
the
using the time
swagger
that I
like
was
it's
gonna
my
do that in.
birthday.
Yeah, okay.
It's my birthday. So it's my Jesus year. I was 33. It's ending.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm coming back strong.
Oh, yeah.
34. Older than him.
You finally did it.
Finally lapped my old man. Yeah, sort of was-
Our old.
all of our
Yeah,
old man.
yeah.
Capital O, capital
Yeah.
M.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be I don't know. I'm just gonna be 1 year older, 1 year closer to the grave. What's new with you, Kev?
Yeah, I guess I am leaving the show to start sort of. I got a contract with
Yeah, sure.
Breitbart.
Breitbart.
Yeah.
That's
Is
cool.
that's the thing where you twist the bulbs and you make a picture out of the
No, it's twisted
color?
nut syndrome.
What? Twisted nut syndrome. Isn't that a show on Peacock?
No, twisted nut syndrome is when one of your testicles wraps around one of your other testicles and it cuts off circulation to the testicle, causing it to die eventually
I
on the
know.
vine.
I know intimately.
We know.
I know
Like,
what
sorry,
twisted nut is.
We're familiar. Like
What are
You guys are
Like-
more
Some sort of
athletic than I am.
doctor?
I
it's like,
assume you're
oh,
familiar.
wine is fermented grapes. Like
Yeah.
we know what it is.
Interesting
Yeah.
choice of
Or cheese
allusion.
is like really hard milk.
Yeah. Give us another one. We know everything. Give us
Yeah,
something else.
Sure.
I can tell you basically any farm
What's
to
soup?
table process.
What's soup?
Yeah.
Hot water.
Which
Okay.
you're in right now.
We're cooking you to eat you, my friend, unless you explain to us what the heck you're talking about. Breitbart.
Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna leave. I've decided that this show hasn't been
Yeah.
profitable enough. And so
Yeah.
I'm thinking that I could sort of cake up. And that will be. I'll be sort of sponsored by
Yeah.
Keurig as well, so I can cake
Yeah.
up. I can cake,
Cake
up.
up.
Yeah, and cake
Yeah,
up.
nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Um,
And
A nice reliant automobile.
what?
It's a K car. That's a reference to If I Had $1 Million by the Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh wow, yeah. Famously canceled musician.
Are they?
Pretty sure the lead singer-
I don't know
'Cause
if he was
they're- well,
canceled. I think
okay,
he,
well,
like,
Just struggled with drug
Excuse
addiction.
me,
he
but
had
I
drug
was-
addiction. He was kicked out of the band.
Yeah, canceled
Canceling
by
them
God.
for having an addiction. Jesus Christ. Also, I'm sorry, but it's okay to be bare naked. I'm just gonna say it. Like
Yeah.
I know that our prude listeners, Kevin's taken his shirt off a few times on the show, and we have
Have I?
gotten some.
That doesn't surprise me.
Have you? Yes.
You record shirtless.
The
most
only
of
time
the
I remember taking my shirt off was on an episode of a
Yeah.
show that wasn't a video podcast, and we were.
Kevin is trying to expose the conspiracy of why he isn't on the Epstein logs. That's why he's joining Breitbart.
Yeah, I was sort of trying to get
because-
ahead of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you saw it leaked, and you were like, you replace your own name.
And
in
I
that
was
thing, and it didn't
pissed
come
that I
up.
wasn't in the Epstein
Yeah.
logs. Is when,
Yeah.
yeah, you talked about
You're like Kevin.
imprinting on children.
Spacey. God damn it.
Yeah.
Another innocent gay man goes down.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
That's
there you
me
go.
Let's-
too much.
There it is.
let's get into a segment.
Yeah,
This
let's
has
spin the
been
wheel.
Truly bad.
Yeah. Here we go.
My Face ID is not working because the microphone.
Doesn't recognize you with real equipment in front of you.
Woo! Yeah, real equipment downstairs.
What?
Segment is going to be Crime Does Pay.
Okay.
Now, this is one of our Jesse Bergen-inspired segments. We have a lot of them. Participants must discuss how they may take their current career and turn it into a criminal enterprise.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay. So Quinn, you're a teacher.
Yeah. So
Criminal
you have the
enterprise?
easiest path here.
Well, to be criminal, sure.
Yeah.
To
But
be an
an
enterprise,
enterprise,
I
that's-
don't know.
there's something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start.
Yeah,
that's
sure,
easy.
if you've got- yeah,
the
mine's
easiest
simple.
way, truly, I think, is it's so easy with very few checks and balances to inflate grades.
Mm.
Mm.
So easy.
Yeah.
Mm.
I could for sure do something I could also steal from a school, I think, really easily.
Sure.
Or like from the
Sure.
division. They spend so much money on stuff, and they don't really. There's not that much going on.
There's not enough checks and balances.
I think though the great inflation. I think that's what I could do. But oftentimes kids will ask like, how much would it cost for you to get whatever? And I always say as much as it would take for me to not care that I'm fired.
I see.
So
and
like,
that is an amount. There is an amount.
Oh, easily.
There's a number.
Yeah.
10 grand.
If you give me 10 G's, I'm out the door.
And this is why we need to pay teachers more, because we need
That's
to
what I make in
mitigate
4
against.
years.
Yeah.
After taxes, about 10 grand.
You said in 4 years you make 10 grand, so you're getting paid 25.
No, in 4 years from now,
You'll have 10.
I will have made 10,000.
That's not a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. We need to pay teachers way more.
Yeah, because otherwise these students will sort of
they're bribing us to death.
Right. And I did want to say something about the great inflation, because you said great inflation, and I just think there's something there. But
Is there?
Yeah, maybe you know
You're
what
sort
I'm
of
thinking.
workshopping your first Breitbart headline.
Yeah, I think it might have to do with the Great Migration.
What about like
and then,
great? You know how cheese is like hard milk?
Oh, there
yes,
is.
I've
Yeah,
heard
you're
this
bringing
about
that back
cheese.
again. The hard milk.
You ever have
is,
you ever have a broccoli cheddar soup? You put some hot milk and some hot water. Hard milk. Fuck! I almost had it.
That's okay.
Thomas's favorite gay politician.
some hard
Hardy milk. I loved
Hardy
him.
milk.
I loved him so much I had to kill him. Sorry.
Oh my God.
You killed
I read
Harvey
Catcher
Milk.
in the Rye, and I loved him, and he was my hero, and I had to end the bitch.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holden had tuberculosis.
I guess the sword was mightier than the Sean Penn. I
Very
stabbed
good.
Hardy Milk with a sword.
But is Sean Penn okay? Or?
Sean Penn is good.
He's actually better than
This is
ever.
real talk. My brother fully got into an argument with Sean Penn. Can I tell
What?
the story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So they were shooting. I think it was Flag Day. Out in Falcon Lake, which is where my family had. We don't own. They don't have the cabin anymore, but my dad had a cabin out there, and my brother.
You're just going to tell us everything you don't have? It's going to take forever.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
Dick, balls, self-confidence. So anyway, Rish is out there, and he's they're shooting at our neighbor's cabin. Like, they're using our neighbor's cabin as a set. They like done all kinds of stuff with it.
Sean Penn.
And Sean Penn is the director for Flag Day.
Yes, I knew. I really don't know what that movie is about at all.
It's based on, I think, a book or something. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Is
I know
it
they
the
burned
Boston Marathon
maybe
attack. I think
they
maybe?
burned down a replica of the cabin. Like, they made a replica of my neighbor's cabin out in a field and burned it down.
But they actually swapped them.
Yeah, and then they were like, "No, my real cabin." Yeah,
that sucks. I hate when it sucks. Switcheroo.
Oh my God.
But
cabin's just a house of logs. If anyone's wondering.
Logs, of course. Hard wood.
Hard milk.
You get cheese hard enough, it
turns logs. When it comes out the other side, it does.
When my lactose intolerant ass, I don't think so, baby.
It becomes logs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I wish. They made a cabin out of diarrhea. Kevin, go on. What did your brother do?
Highbrow.
Yeah, this is a good episode.
Low
so
concept.
far.
So anyway, they're shooting, and they finally call cut. And they're shooting out on the dock, and my brother is they have like our boat is in a boathouse that you have to like put an electric motor on to like pull it out from where it's docked. So it's like, but it's loud, right? It's like this big loud noise. So my brother, like, he hears them call cut, and so he like flicks on the switch, and it starts going, and it's like this loud abrasive noise they could not film or even really probably communicate very clearly like while this was happening. And so Sean Penn turns around from my neighbor's dock and goes, "Shut the fuck up," to my brother, and my brother just goes, "No."
No, thank you.
I won't be doing that. And then some PA comes over and is like, "Hey," like, they try to talk to my brother, and I was like, "You're not renting my cabin. I'm not doing this."
Yeah.
He's like, "Pay me and I'll leave." And
Fair
they're
enough.
like, "Okay, how much do you want?" And he's like, $10,000.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not kidding. Yeah, he said $10,000.
That's enough to get a
Wow.
kid an A.
Yeah, that's a teacher's salary,
That's
4 year
crazy, yeah.
salary to a teacher.
crazy.
And he's like, "Yeah, give me 10 grand. Like, that's, you got to be reasonable." He's like, I don't have to, actually. You don't.
Yeah.
You have to. He's like, "This is my cabin. I'm going to use it, and I take time off."
Why
work."
would they not why would they not just say, here's what we can afford?
Yeah,
It's so weird to be like,
Name a number.
yeah.
and then be like, well, I can't do that.
We know a lot of
slide.
you
Did
have
you-
millions
Yeah,
of
it's
dollars.
a fucking cabin country. Like, these people aren't sitting around. Like, they're all rich douchebags,
Yeah.
including my brother.
And so,
like,
so is Sean Penn. So there's like
Yeah.
a
That's what I'm
certain
saying,
like
like-
leverage there.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking more like 10 bucks.
$10 to turn it off. Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
You
So
can
anyway,
come over the crafty table. Did they pay him?
no, they didn't pay him, and they ended up just waiting until he was done.
That's so
on
fun. I would
top of
run
the
it many times.
Yeah.
Because I wonder how much money they had to spend wasting and everyone being at work for those hours not shooting while they
Yeah.
waited. If it would have maybe equaled out.
It probably wasn't quite enough for it to justify
Yeah.
it. I mean, my brother is the right type of asshole to get into it with somebody like Sean Penn, who like
Right.
assaults paparazzi.
Right.
So yeah,
That's just such a weird. Don't start there.
Yeah.
Start at like 10
don't start
out
at
of 10.
yeah. Don't start. Shut the fuck up. And here's
Yeah.
$10,000.
Yeah, just send the like assistant over.
Yeah.
Right. Send the PA over immediately, and then
Mhm.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So my answer to the question is cracking the burgers, right?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I used to, when I first took over St. James Burger and Chip Co., there was an old manager there that he also had previous jobs, and he was kind of running the shop. He was the one who I kept on, one of the few staff members I kept on from the old guard, because there was a lot of people doing a lot of bad
Yeah.
stuff in there. Doing hard drugs in the bathroom,
Sure.
stealing from work, lots of stuff
Nice.
that wasn't great. Not being very respectful.
And you
to
saw
one
this, and
another.
you're like, "This is an opportunity."
Yeah, I was like, ooh, let me get my hands in this little nugget
Yes.
of this little treat.
Yes.
So I took it over, and this manager, I ended up having him on board for about a year and a half, 2 years, and eventually let him go because he was consistently unreliable and wasn't able to hold up what he was trying to do. And it was too bad, and I really liked him, and I was really trying to work with him to get him to a certain place, but it didn't work out. But then years later, I had another manager at Dreamland Diner, my other restaurant, who was telling me a story about a person that used to work with them at Pizza Hut. And people would come in and ask for the, I'm going to give them a fake name. They asked for the Gavin special.
Mhm.
And then Gavin would give them a pizza, but it would be a pizza box with weed in it.
Okay.
Oh.
And
Well,
Gavin-
special. Did it have the little table in the middle?
yeah, of course. What are you going to do it off
Yeah.
of? Yeah. Yeah, you do weed off a
I was gonna
table.
say,
A flat
that's
surface.
very
You've never done
confusing.
weed before?
Yeah.
You do it off a
That's
flat
actually happened,
surface.
so
Yeah,
that-
you take it, you put it on
yeah.
a flat surface, and you do it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I hollow out my pizza box. Use it as a
Rip a pizza box.
yeah. Do a grav bong out of my my breadsticks.
And it turned out that Gavin used to work for my manager at Dreamland back in the day. So
Okay.
Gavin was my manager at St.
And
James
you're
Burger.
thinking this Gavin kid's smart.
So this guy was slinging dope. So anyway, if I'm trying to turn it into a criminal enterprise, I think you just have a menu item that's
Yeah.
like secret menu item.
The Kevin
drug.
special.
It's drugs. They come and they
Yeah.
buy it from me. Yeah,
That's really cool.
Yeah, I also have to start accepting cash at St. James Burger. We don't carry a float because
Got you
of the
people,
criminal
yeah.
activity
Yeah.
we have
Right.
received. Yeah,
you would increase the criminal activity in the area exponentially by
You know, instead of not having a float, let's do drugs.
Let's sell drugs. Yeah, so that's mine. How would you criminalize your?
I think the best way, I'm a therapist, the best
Yeah.
way would be to privately meet with one member of a couple before
doing the
couples
couples
therapy
counseling.
begins
Yeah.
and have them
great.
bribe me to take their side and
really
prove that
good.
they're right.
That's
And
really
use like
good.
mental health language and stuff to be like, wow, you do sound like a narcissist, or like
Right.
you're taking your childhood out on them,
Oh,
and
yeah.
just totally biased towards, but do it, it'd be elegant.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
still make
yeah.
him feel like it was kind of fair, but at every case, I'd sort of nudge them in the direction that the paying person
actually
wanted.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty sick.
I
right?
have in a few years, I'll have $10,000. Is that enough?
you want to
Yeah.
win one fight
I
with
need
Mo?
to win
What's
one,
your-
one argument.
What's the argument you'd lose most often with Mo, Quinn?
Yeah,
Probably that I feel like the argument I have no like grounds for
Yeah.
is I'm like emotionally I'm like a very like shut downy person. Like if I'm like upset, like
Yeah.
I will legitimately just be like, it's not out of like, oh, I'm not gonna give you anything or whatever. It's more like I really need to like take my time to think about stuff. But in doing so, I'm like silent and I'll just like go do my own thing for
Yeah.
Sure.
quite a while, and then be like, there's the immature part where I'm like, nobody. Why don't you just like ask me how I'm doing? I'm like, I removed myself from the situation.
I gave myself distance. Yeah.
And so,
why are you giving me the space I have?
Yeah. So for sure, like the thing that I don't have any leg to stand on is when I'm like, I don't even express it because I know I don't. That's so hypocritical. But I'm like, I'm not emotionally super forthcoming immediately with how I'm feeling, and so I can't be upset with her not knowing how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But if you could, like,
but if you
jump
really
in,
knew him, wouldn't you know that he needed this? Wouldn't you? If you really understood him,
now call her a
he wouldn't have to
narcissist
say
once.
it.
Slip it in.
Yeah.
You are one of the most narcissistic people I have ever met.
I'm glad you were elegant and so professional with it.
Somebody the other day was trying to make me feel better about
This is
myself.
disgusting,
This is
actually.
true. Somebody the other day was trying to make me feel better about myself, and they said, "And don't worry, I don't think you're a narcissist." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't either until you said that." But yeah,
Don't listen to the
so
community.
that works. It works. Don't listen to what they're all saying.
And I mean all except me.
Don't listen to what everyone is saying about you. I don't think
Who said that?
we won't go into that.
Okay. Interesting.
Thomas can sort of, for a price, take your side.
I mean, it was Kim.
Great. Good. I'm glad she's offending you, being rude, over-speaking. That's great.
If we had an ad break, this is where I would put it.
Take it. But instead, we're going into Quinn's segment.
Yeah. My segment is called Sexy Baseball.
Ooh.
Okay.
Quinn was very excited about this segment.
I was pretty excited. I feel like I oversold it. I feel like as like
No.
I said I'm like, this is a great segment. How much do you guys know about baseball, like generally?
Pretty little.
Pretty little.
That's great. That's perfect.
Liars.
So in like you know, like how baseball terminology like is kind of pervasive in culture, especially like North American culture, like Canada, US. Like even if you don't know baseball, I'm like, okay,
the world's favorite pastime or whatever they say, or
America's favorite
pastime.
Yeah. Like you know, someone threw a curveball into the situation. You're like, okay, that went awry.
They struck out.
Like, yeah. Or like that's strike one or that's strike two, whatever, those kinds of things. But we also know like baseball in terms of like the intimacy metaphor of baseball.
Yeah,
like,
first base.
What's your understanding of that stuff? Because that's like a pretty hotly debated. I want to get on the same.
Sure. First base kissing.
I think French kissing.
French kissing?
I think it has to be tongue for first base.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So this is already.
What are your thoughts?
My understanding of first base was just kissing at all, but it doesn't matter. I'm not. I don't. You're American in this.
There's tongue.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Second base.
Groping.
Hand stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is another debated one where it's like specifically
See, this is
waist
interesting
up
because
versus...
Thomas. Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
I would think of it as waist up, usually under the shirt, some breast grabbing.
Yeah, because there's something like deeply intimate about like hand stuff below the belt.
Yeah.
That is like
That's third base.
Yeah, that's got to be third base. But I would have said third base is also considered oral.
Yeah, no, this is the thing. Is
But,
like
oral
this is already
feels
debated.
In my mind, like in a modern sense of sex, oral is just sex, right? Like for many people, oral is just sex. Like
there's no, especially when you're talking. I always find like the easiest when you're talking about like what is crossing a line intimacy wise or whatever is being like, if your partner cheated on you and it was this thing. You know what I mean? Like, would you feel better? It was just oral.
I just sucked him off. I didn't.
He told me it was too good.
So I stopped pretty
quick. Yeah.
So I think that it's important to note. Like, I agree with you, Kevin. And I think the problem is that the waters are a little bit muddy with like this metaphor.
Well, that's fourth base. Oh, sorry.
Oh my God.
Muddy waters is fourth base. Yeah. Of course, but then you would describe, like sexual intercourse is home, right?
Right.
Yeah.
In that scenario.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
and for me, sort of emotionally.
Yeah.
That's where you feel home.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm inside you, I'm home.
Well, honey, this is me.
Yeah. Let me just ring the doorbell.
This is me. Just wow. Oh, that's funny.
What a dump.
So, anyway, with this, I think the problem is that like modern dating culture and all this stuff is way more complicated than it was in like, I assume, the early 1900s when they came up with these sort of like coy baseball metaphors. But also baseball itself has advanced significantly. So I want to talk about some things. I originally wrote this because I sometimes write like stand-up bits that I never perform because I'm not a stand-up. I just think it's like a fun exercise in comedy. But basically, what I would like to do is I'm going to give you baseball terminology. I'll explain it if you don't know what the thing is already.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me what is like the intimacy equivalent or like the dating-based equivalent or whatever it is, IRL. And importantly with all this stuff, I want to set a ground rule.
Okay.
Because I think the gross thing about that metaphor was that like the idea is that the person that you're trying to be intimate with is like the defense on that side. I think that's just like that's a weird territory to
You're hoping there's a couple devils in the outfield, so you can actually get your dick wet.
Oh, okay, gross. So what we're gonna do is I think the assumption is like kind of the world is part of that defense, kind of like you might be part of that defense if you're not like performing well, but it's like the person that you're trying to be intimate with isn't like trying to stop you necessarily, right? That's not.
They're an enthusiastically consenting adult.
Of course,
right.
And whether you imprinted on them or not.
And hopefully
no, actually, I do want to pause here and say that I have nothing but respect for my friends and their children. I know none of you listen, but if you do, I am really sorry for the joke that Kevin suggested. I have a thing where I go, it was your idea. It was your idea. And I have a thing where I go along with jokes and I want to play along.
You have a thing like a and thing, like a podcast.
I instinctively, I try to play along, and sometimes it gets out of hand. It did this episode.
Don't
so I just
blame me for the fact that
obviously
you
was
said
you.
You want to
you said
imprint on...
No, you said it. I did not say it. And then I tried to have fun with you for once, and it didn't exactly work out. So I do want to apologize. I just want to formally apologize. I am one of the people that thinks you're a narcissist, and I believe.
What do you mean? You're one of the people that thinks I'm a narcissist.
Kim doesn't. I do.
Yeah.
And I'm just. I think that anyway. I would never lech after, or even to make jokes about my friends' children. It's in poor taste, and I'm sorry. So anyway, let's do the sex baseball.
Yeah, it's really
Squarespace.
Just like, yeah. I'm gonna edit all of that out with just a big beep.
Just keep the couple of choice words.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for example, though, with these, like, are you familiar with a base on balls, like taking a walk?
Yes.
Baseball.
Walking.
So basically, the 4 balls in your at bat.
Yeah.
And a ball is like when the pitcher throws it and it's not quite
outside the strike zone.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You don't swing because you
swing
see that it's a little wide.
Yeah.
I see.
So in this case, like the equivalent for me in this scenario would be like you're not actively trying to like get to first base, but you do. If you just stand there and you want it to happen, you're gonna get to first base.
Yeah.
So what's the equivalent?
I think this is. To me, that feels like when you get like a stranger kind of spontaneously sort of like you're like getting vibes in a situation and like somebody kind of like hits on you aggressively and you're not like you're consenting to them doing so.
Right.
And it's kind of just like, oh, I made out with this person at the bar.
Right.
Or like, like it's like, oh my God.
So you're just like a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how like when guys walk up to girls and sort of
you're a woman.
Yeah. Once or twice like when I met my first long-term girlfriend was at a rock concert and we were just dancing beside each other and standing watching the show together and then we just started making out. And that feels like I just like
it just happened.
I feel
you took
like
a walk.
I just feel like I got a ball.
Pics or it didn't happen.
Pics or it didn't. He met her. We did it for 4 years.
Happen.
You knew
Amanda.
I
don't believe you.
Yes, you do. There's photos of all of us
know
together.
How you were. I don't know how you met.
I don't know how you was.
I think I'm going way further back than Kevin. I think this is a moment where you make eye contact with an attractive stranger and they smile at you. You know how sometimes you just catch someone's eye and it's like, oh, I better look away. But you catch the eye and there's a smile. And it's like, oh,
so
they're happy to look at me.
That's
walking.
Gonna walk
you're getting.
Yeah, that's a walk. It's like, wow. I actually made a connection with this attractive person.
So the next place you're going to from that is fucking hand stuff?
Yeah, but no, you're...
Wait, no, that's replacing the old first base.
No, it's not replacing. I'm saying you are still getting to first base.
Yeah. Well...
Are you saying that? Yeah, I'm saying like the thing that happens still gets you to first base.
It has to be kissing.
You get to kissing
adjacent.
from it.
Okay,
yes.
all right. So you're at a sex club and you make eye contact.
All right.
They smile.
And we all know the rest is history. So the next one, very similar, but it's a little bit different, is if you're hit by a pitch and you don't swing at that pitch,
Okay.
you still get to first base. So you're still going to end up kissing or making out with tongue, respectfully.
Sensitive example here.
But the ball is thrown at you. Like,
Right,
it's not, you don't even necessally, you're not.
And it hurts.
It hurts. Yeah, you have to be in pain a little
and if we
bit.
didn't
But
believe,
then
you could ask Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because she was hit by a ball and not for any other reason, to be clear.
Yeah.
For your listeners.
Yeah, right. She didn't take a walk to first base with you after that.
That was my chance to tongue her.
She's actually she's defensively,
Yeah.
she's playing second base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it happened. Anyway, so in this scenario, so you get hit by a pitch. You're getting to first base still that night, but it hurts.
Yeah.
What's the equivalent?
So you're you're watching a little Netflix and chill, and your arm is behind the other person, but they're like really leaning on it for a long time, and it goes
It's like
numb,
going
and it's like
numb, yeah.
it's like in an awkward position, but you don't want to move it.
Yeah.
And so the only way out is you start kissing,
Yeah.
and then
Gotcha.
you can free the arm.
Yeah.
I dated a girl once who I was her first kiss, and she really was excited about making out.
Wow. Pics or it didn't happen.
Right, I'm not gonna show you pics of me with this girl. Someone else you I think also would have maybe known.
List
All
of
this was
things
before I
that
met
never
you.
happened.
Why are you doubting
This
me
story.
so much?
The only thing I believe from your life is all these pics on
Yeah,
the
and
wall.
even these might be. Yeah, but, because these are pics, so they
Yeah,
must.
they
He's a
have-
JFK
Yeah.
assassin.
It happened, I guess. I guess it happened.
But the girl really, she really liked making out, but she was a terrible kisser,
Okay.
and
Okay.
she was very, she had
Yeah.
a very bony structure, and she was very
She
making
was
out.
a skeleton.
Making out was genuinely like I genuinely
Yeah.
like would come up with excuses.
Did
to
you
avoid
unearth
it. She'd
her?
Be like,
Did you unearth her from a grave and that's why it was her first kiss? You fucking necrophilia.
of course,
Yeah.
of course, I untombed her.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You're fucking
I defiled a corpse.
corpse kissing. She was
Anyway,
bad at kissing. It's
I
a
didn't
skeleton.
look forward to
Yeah.
it, and
Yeah,
it hurt
okay, sorry,
sometimes.
yeah.
No, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
It
So I would
hurt.
say, yeah.
How so?
Well, because she was
So
so
by
bony, and
bony?
she would like use teeth.
Like her-
she would like when she would go in for the makeout, especially she wouldn't. Her teeth would go outside of her lips, so then it was like I was getting teeth on
Like
my,
dentures?
Yeah,
Like
so
she took her
say that
teeth-
she
yeah,
removed her teeth.
Yeah.
And then she
Yeah,
bit me.
and she bit me with them. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
We've all been
It's a
there.
little
Yeah.
hurtful. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So that's my walking to bat.
Now, we understand the idea of, like, you hit a home run. You
Yeah.
know, we're getting all the way,
We're having
one
full blown
swing.
intercourse. Yeah.
What about a grand slam? Now, this is confusing because there are 3 other runners on base at this point. Everybody scores. Now, it doesn't have to be on the same person or with the same person, right?
Right. So
But-
running a train on
but
your
you-
girlfriend or wife.
But you
That's a
swing.
grand slam.
You swing in such a clutch moment
everybody
that
fucks your
Everyone else is happy for you.
that everybody else scores
Yeah.
as well. Specifically, there's 4 people
Yeah.
having sex.
Yeah, I know.
Because of
that
what
is.
you're doing.
I know what
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
it's
Kevin.
it's the 3 of us plus one other person all having sex on the same night, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
at
it's
different
but you
houses
did
or
something.
one
Yeah,
house?
no,
I don't
yeah.
care if it could be different houses, but you
Yeah.
made it happen. How did you do that?
Yeah, like I think it's like I think there's like some sort of
Does it have to be us?
It has to be the 3 of us
Of course
for
it
sure.
does. Of course
All
it does.
long-term relationships,
Of course it does.
not remotely noteworthy to have sex with our partners.
I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Who's the 4th person? Who's the 4th person who's having sex in this?
I guess
Like-
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld is like 26
to round out the bowling
Sort of
team that we've got
I'm,
here.
I'm the Kramer. Quinn's Elaine.
Name a more iconic 4 people. I'll wait.
Us and Jerry Seinfeld. is crazy.
Well, you sort of add someone as iconic as Jerry Seinfeld to any group of 3 people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
You
that's an
become
iconic
the
group.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sort of the Frank Reynolds of the. Yeah.
So true.
No, I mean, I think it's
What if it's your friend group goes up to another group of people at a bar
And you're so
all,
suave
Yeah.
all
about it.
kind of hook up.
Yeah.
It's like my
well, because a
friend
grand
is
slam's
single
a team.
too.
A grand
yeah.
slam is a team effort, right?
Yeah.
It isn't actually all.
Yeah, everyone did have to get on base first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, so everyone's got to earn their place.
That's
on
true.
the-
You just did the final swing.
Yeah, you just
So I was
did-
gonna say, like, I don't think there's anything you could do, Kevin.
Well, don't say that.
That would end
Don't
up
say that.
with me.
I can
having
do
sex.
In fact,
Don't
quite
put
the opposite.
Don't put that challenge towards me, motherfucker. I know your wife.
Holy crap, guys! I gotta go.
Boxes of blue chew showing up at Quinn's door.
sending like oysters to their house.
Yeah, like aphrodisiacs.
Why did you ship them? They're so old now. Okay, so
Yeah.
your team effort. It's
That's
like a
good.
group
Yeah,
approach
yeah,
another
yeah.
group.
I like the bar thing. I think
Yeah.
there's something there.
Maybe
yeah.
it could all take place in a bar. We don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, do you guys know what a balk is?
No.
Okay, a
I mean,
balk.
something I do at
I'm gonna be
preposterous.
at maybe
yeah,
this
yeah,
example.
yeah.
I'm ready
So-
to balk right now.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
I'm balking.
So a balk in baseball is the pitcher does something that is like sneaky. Like they're trying to deceive the runners or
Oh.
deceive the batter, but it's like not allowed. You're not allowed to balk. In fact, if you do, the runner automatically advances. So if the pitcher does something like they disengage from the mound when they're gonna pitch, or they like fake throw home and then they like don't and then
Yeah,
they pitch,
yeah.
that's a balk. And what it results, if there's no runners on, it's automatically a ball. If there is a runner on, they automatically get to take the next base. So you're not allowed to like trick them outside of the normal delivery. Is there a scenario where something in the world is happening that's a little bit sneaky or that's a little bit whatever that would result in you advancing a base from wherever you're at
Right.
to the next one?
I do feel like this is where your partner does something to hurt your feelings, maybe. And then to make it up to you.
give you a blowjob because they feel
yeah,
bad.
yeah. I feel, I'm going to say
About
it.
calling
yeah.
your best friend a narcissist.
Yeah, and I'm actually, it is my birthday tomorrow, so I'm going to be cashing this check double.
Yeah, I mean that does work. It's sort of the guilt.
The guilt, like,
Right.
no, the makeup
I
sex.
wouldn't use the word
makeup-
guilt.
makeup
I don't
sex.
think they feel like forced to do it, but
No,
there's
no.
this like we had a fight, let's reconnect physically kind of makeup
Gotcha.
sex moment.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, there's that, or it's when like the thing. I don't know if you guys have been like things you get carried away and you go farther than you thought you were gonna go.
Right.
Right. Like you're like, oh, I thought we were just gonna make out, but now we're doing hand stuff, or
I
right,
see.
like
yeah,
like
yeah.
the moment like sweeps you up.
Right.
and
That could
you-
also be like stealing a base or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, we're like, both of you were just like, oh, I guess we're doing this instead. And like everybody's on board, but it's just like happening at a different level than what you thought. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. What about bunting? You guys
I
familiar with
do
bunting?
know what
So
bunting
you're not
is,
taking a
yeah.
full swing.
Yeah.
You're basically holding out the bat. Ball
I've done
hits
that
it.
a lot in my sort of sexual thing.
Yeah,
I'm going to bunt is sort of something I say a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the ball like bounces off, but you have to be really fast, like to make
Yeah.
a bunt, or you have to place it so well.
That's where you pretend that a tragedy has happened to you recently to get sympathy kisses.
See, the thing is, we were just really close as all. And so
Yeah,
now that
I
they're
miss
gone,
them every
now that they're
day.
gone, I sort of miss them a
And
lot.
importantly, like with a bunt, you're never getting to second off of a
No.
bunt. Like you're going.
No. So
Definitely
can you just French kiss me,
Can we
please? Because
French for a
I'm
bit?
sad.
It's kind of the one thing that could get my mind off of it.
Right.
I guess this is again tilting into manipulative territory, but a lot
Yeah.
of these baseball moves are a little bit manipulative.
That's the problem.
It's
a
a
little
tough-
bit
yeah,
tricky.
yeah.
Well, this is why we said explicitly that everybody's consenting. That's why, like
Consent.
the
Lying to
makeup
someone
sex of it
is
all.
okay. To be It's
Gaslighting
still
your
consensual
partner
if you
into
lie about a
feeling bad
personal
so that they
tragedy,
give you
yeah.
a French kiss is fine.
That's okay. It's okay. You're two consenting adults.
Yeah,
And
and
I
it's
don't know.
TOO consenting.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like,
I think maybe
You can do that
yeah.
in good faith. You actually don't have to lie to get
No,
someone
actually,
to kiss you.
I've got one.
Okay.
The speed gave me this idea.
Yeah.
You know how like when you get like you have a big, delicious, romantic dinner.
Yeah.
But then there's like a short window before you both feel bloated and sick.
Oh, yeah.
That you can kind of get romantic. And it's
Right.
that window. It's like, we
Oh, yeah.
gotta hurry and do this now before
Right, yeah,
we're
yeah.
both in the bathroom. Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This way you don't
Make
end up
a
in muddy
bundt
waters.
cake, as it were.
That's what you...
Made that for dinner.
Is that when you're eating ass?
What
No.
base is that?
Bundt
Eating
cake.
ass? What's eating ass? Eating ass
or-
is still mouth stuff, I guess. It's
Third. I guess
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
It feels like the most intimate thing you can do with somebody, but it
Yeah,
is.
But also the least. In
yeah,
a way, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah. It's based on your.
It's like a
track record.
handshake to
Right.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I do with a stranger, so it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
really intimacy.
God, you're so open.
Yeah.
You're so evolved.
Yeah.
Okay, I got another one.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what a sacrifice fly is?
No.
We call it
No.
sack fly. So in this scenario, there's someone who's already on third base. So they're already, I guess.
They're already doing mouth stuff.
Yes,
Yeah, they're
but
already doing it all.
you, as a good teammate, do something that would get them home, but you end up being out
Yeah.
because of it. So what a sacrifice fly is basically like, because if a defense catches a ball in the air, you're allowed to like what's called tag up. You stay on the base, and as soon as they catch that ball, you're allowed to advance bases if you can.
Right.
So a sack fly is like, we want to score that one run. There's a runner on third. I swing hard enough that I just get that ball like out to the
So
outfield.
you know the third guy's gonna
Yeah.
get it.
So the guy on third is going to score, but I am going to be out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't actually count as an at-bat. I'm never even trying necessarily in that scenario to score myself.
Right.
Like if I do, great.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, I'm just making such a bold swing that they score and I'm
Yeah.
doing it for
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
This is when your partner is interested in one of your friends who's also in a relationship,
Mm.
and you sort of let your partner have a hall pass, and they take a run at your friend.
But wait, but their friend is also in a relationship?
Well,
so
they're doing
not
oral
available.
already, so they have to be in a relationship, I
Okay.
guess. Or maybe they're just doing oral a lot.
what? So your partner makes a run at them, but they're in a
This
different
doesn't work.
relationship?
This doesn't
What
work.
Are you talking
I
about?
don't know.
That-
So
Yeah,
I have
it's
I have
not
a
quite-
slightly adjusted. I
Sure.
think this is where you know that your friend is dating someone who's very close with the person you're dating.
Gotcha.
And you do
Okay.
something terrible to your partner so that
ooh.
the friend's partner hears about it and is so
Oh, yeah.
grateful to be dating like a nice person. And so they then probably hook up because they're like, I'm just so glad you would never do that
Right,
to me.
Right.
This is like genuinely, it's like if you talk about how, like, if you're like, I never go down,
Mhm.
and then she's like, oh my God, like my boyfriend never goes down on me. She's like, oh really? And then he's like, oh, I'm down with
Wow.
that. Then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
he's going to home base.
Yeah.
He's doing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
Thomas and I are really good friends.
We're just,
you think
That's
we've
crazy.
played our
have we played our partners
You
for
like-
chumps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, this was contingent on them being close friends,
Yeah.
and they're not that close.
You
Like, they're
don't
fine,
you don't
but, like,
get here without playing them for a couple of saps, do you?
Do you think we could have made any of these relationships last as long as we had? Do you think the Seinfeld reunion wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for our deception, our bunts, and our
Right. And whatnot.
sack flies, or whatever you said it was called?
Yeah, sack fly.
Yeah, twisted
Yeah.
nut.
Yeah. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a few more. Just a couple more. Now, do you know, like, in baseball, there's a thing called a push or a pull hitter. Now, a push or a pull hitter is basically something, or like pushing or pulling a ball, is basically like you're standing on one side of the plate, obviously, and you're like you're rearing up to swing. Ball comes in, and if you hit it to, like, you can get a hit on either side of the field, right? You could hit it to the right side, hit it to the left side. If you hit it to the opposite side of where you are standing, that's called a push. If you hit it to the same side, that's a pull. Now, you can hit either way. I'm wondering what is, like, the equivalent of, like, a push hitter or a pull hitter. Now, either way they're hitting. Like, that's fine. They might get on base, might get out, whatever it is. They're swinging. But some people are more likely to, like, hit it to the opposite side or hit it to the same side of the field. What's the opposite or same side like? Now, we already understand there's, like, the sexuality of, like a switch hitter. That's common terminology of, like,
Right, someone who
bisexual people, things
jacks
like
off
that.
with their non-dominant hand. I feel like I
Sorry, one more
suck.
time, just get it
I
clean.
just thought a switch hitter was somebody who jacks off with their non-dominant hand. Is the
Jose can say no.
But importantly, in this scenario, he always says yes. That was part of the ground
But he can. It's also important that he can.
He can say
Yeah. So to answer your question, I think
the pull is away from you. The push is
The pull is with you. It's like on
with
your same
you.
side. Yeah.
So the push is playing hard to get, sort of
Right.
being coy, aloof, hoping
Yeah.
that works. The other one is sort of writing the "Do you like me? Yes, no, maybe" note,
being a little
kind
more,
of thing.
yeah.
Being pretty direct with your
Standing
feelings,
on business.
making an offer,
Yeah.
Right.
saying, "Look, I might get rejected, but I want to kiss you. May I?"
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that's usually the way to start, by the way. If you
Yeah.
do want to kiss somebody, always say, "Look, I may be
I say
rejected."
look first for most
Look,
conversations I have. Yeah.
Look.
Look over there.
Happy birthday.
Standing in a group of people, everyone being quiet, like in an elevator, and then just being like, "Look." That's like the first way you start your sentence.
Yeah.
It's a really good way to start sentences.
Yeah. Look.
Cool. Okay. That brings me to the next thing, which is the shift. Now, the shift is a defensive strategy, basically, that like existed in baseball. Because baseball is relatively predictable, like the amount of at-bats that happen, the amount of players there are, whatever, there's so much, like, there's a thing called sabermetrics, which is the like statistical analysis of of the possible outcomes, to the point where you can like game baseball quite significantly.
Yeah.
So sometimes
Moneyball.
exactly, it's Moneyball, literally. That I remember the guy Bill James and then
Brad Pitt. Yeah. Jonah Hill. I think.
Chris
Yeah,
Pratt,
that's right.
actually.
Yeah, Chris,
Really?
no, they're both in it. Chris
Pratt's
Pratt's
in it, yeah.
he plays Scott
I miss-
Hatterberg, yeah, and Jonah Hill plays Pete something or whatever.
Think so?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Sampras, I believe.
Mm.
Anyway, you were saying something about switch hitting or something. I don't know what you were talking
Yeah.
about.
The shift.
Something about jacking off.
The shift is like the shift is like there's something has happened in the world where basically like you might be a pull hitter. But what if you're a person who always pull hits or always pushes, the defense will start lining up themselves so significantly on that side. Like there's an example where, I don't remember who was playing, but like the defense literally lined up because this person only pulled the ball. All four of their infielders were standing on the same side between first and second base.
Right. Because
And
they
so,
know it's going to happen
Like
in this.
statistically, this person maybe like 5% of the time they hit that ball,
Right.
it goes push side.
Yeah.
So what's the point of even doing that?
Gotcha.
We're way better off staying on that side. Now, what is the equivalent of like the shift of a defense? Now, defense isn't necessarily the other person, whatever. The world at large, the
Yeah.
chaos, lining up so significantly on one side that you are forced to do the other thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like when are you forced to play hard to get if you're normally standing on business? Or
Yeah.
when are you forced to kind of be a little more.
That's like when you
Confident.
choose to be gay because Tinder's not working out.
Right. That's what Tennessee Williams did.
Yeah.
I had a guy say that to me once.
He chose to
He
be
chose
gay.
that?
He said that Tennessee Williams chose to be gay because it wasn't working out with women. That's a real quote from
That's
somebody
so
in a
funny.
green room of a theater
It's
company.
George.
It was George Tolles.
He told us that before every show.
Yeah, it was
Remember,
weird.
guys,
That was
Before you
his
go out
pep
there.
talk.
there's one thing I want you to keep at the back of your mind.
Tennessee chose to be gay.
And it does feel like sometimes you're like, I've been going after this group of people that I imagine myself with for so long, and
Oh,
it's just
sure,
not
your
working out.
type.
And I'm going to
Yeah.
suddenly say, you know what? Maybe I want someone who actually shares my interests. I'm going to pursue the nerd or the person who's a little more into the kind of same social sphere that I come from. I was batting out of my league, and I can
Do you
find
guys-
someone who matches a little bit better.
Have you guys ever been that intentional with your dating? Like, that's not something I can, like, I've never really been like, okay, I'm going to look for this type of partner. Back when I was, like, dating,
Right.
like, specifically, like, it was kind of like, whoever's interested in me is kind of what
Yeah.
the pool is. Because I didn't really have,
No, it's
like,
not like I have so many options I'm choosing between. I do pay for the premium on the app,
on
so I can
Chatterbait
sort
and
of
stuff like that.
select by race and
Yeah.
age and like
Yeah.
certain
It's
characteristics
weird how
that
much
I
you
would
use that
determine.
first filter.
What app is this?
Yeah.
It's Bumble.
Yeah, but he
You can
filters
sort-
by race.
There's one app.
By
There is an app where you actually can.
Really?
That's
I think
insane.
it might be
all the
in-
right stuff or
I
whatever.
guess-
That's a conservative
Yeah.
one.
Farmers
Yeah.
only.
No, it is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually
J-date.
like Hinge or Tinder. There is one that you can, but you do have to pay a premium to use it. There's a
I'm-
stand-up did a bit about this, so
Oh,
I can't remember which one it is, but
If you're like wealthy enough, you can be
yeah,
racist.
you can be racist.
Which
yeah,
is kind of
it's
true anyway.
Kind of funny.
And actually,
like,
you can be racist.
it's a
for free.
premium. But
Yeah, you
yeah.
actually don't have to be rich to be racist, by the way.
Yeah.
And I want
That's
everyone.
good
I
to
just want
know.
everyone to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our next merch
Racism
line. It's
is
going to
one
be a
of the
shirt that says you don't
free
have to be
things out
rich to
there.
be
Yeah.
rich.
Racism will not be affected by
Yeah.
inflation or tariffs.
Hey, we didn't always have money in the bank, but we could always be racist. That's what my mama told me.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's was such a gray area to me of like, how much do you blame someone for their own like sexual preferences and stuff like that? So like, but like ethnic
Sorry.
sexual
What do
preferences
you-
is weird to me.
oh,
Like, it's weird
yeah,
because
yeah.
I
Yeah.
view it as like immediately I'm like, oh, that's racist. But
Yeah.
I'm like, is it racist? Are you at fault for this?
Yeah, I mean,
This is not where I thought this conversation would
but
go. I'm just curious.
I do think that it is mostly.
think it is
cultural.
racist.
Yeah, but
But-
it is. It's like it's usually like a symptom of systemic racism.
Right. If you're
rather
never
than it being like-
exposed to certain kinds of people, you might be less attracted to them, but still, like, theoretically, I don't know, you shouldn't be
People
like...
Yeah, is there
like
something-
I don't
Yeah.
think I think being like I would never date blank that's racist.
Right.
for sure.
Exactly,
Blatantly
of course.
racist.
But I do think that like probably there's something you might know literally something about this in terms of like how people do choose partners or like date or what have you. But I do think that it's like there's probably something to the effect of like unknowns are scary, and so
Right.
that's what I mean about culture. Like if somebody shares their same, I know that like culture is often a dog whistle for like someone trying to be racist.
Yeah.
But I don't actually. What I do mean is like literally like I recognize that this person has like similar definitions for certain values that I do.
Right, yeah,
And
yeah.
as long as those are kind of in line, I'm not sure that like their ethnicity, if that's getting in the way,
plays
then
it. Yeah, yeah.
that is racist. I do think. But like if somebody is like, I mean that can happen within racism, what have you. You know, like I mean, I mean, I don't.
Right.
I've dated mostly white women, but they're like the culture amongst the white women.
We know.
And I've tried, by the way.
Sorry, mostly white women or mostly white women?
Well,
Like, are they mostly white or all the collections?
they're all a great question.
Yeah.
I think they are. Most of them are of the white ethnicity.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think the first girl I took to grad was half Barbadian, and now she's. I think
that
she was a lesbian that wasn't out of the closet at the
Now
time.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
That's someone who's from Barbados.
Barbados, yeah.
Okay, but it's not someone who's from Barbados and Asian also.
No, that's not like it wasn't like a. That wasn't like.
I thought you were
Blasian,
going. Yeah,
like,
I thought you were
no,
going
no.
multiple layers deep.
Barbasian, yeah,
Gotcha,
yeah.
okay.
And they also played a barbarian in D&D. Yeah, which I think is important to
Nice.
note. Yeah.
There's
And their name
also
was
Barbara Walters.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
We have time for one more.
Yeah.
Let's close out the show. We all have places to be.
No, we don't.
Is
You
it
do.
racist? Yes.
Right.
Next question.
Okay. Fine. Well, here's the last one. The last one is maybe an underwhelming ending. It's a hit and run situation. Now, a hit and run is where someone is going to be stealing. Like they're gonna go for that next base advancing regardless of the outcome. Your job as the batter is to also swing at the same time. Like you are trying to get a hit, you're trying to get on base, but that person moving will do a number of things, including like shift the defense while they're moving. But basically they're trying to get like a head start on going. I don't know what that scenario is, but let's say that there's a runner on first, they're trying to get to second. You are gonna swing at that ball. They're not just letting them steal and try and get thrown out and all that stuff.
Okay.
How many of you folks have been in roommate situations, like where you've had roommates and also like where your partner's had a roommate that's had like been sexually active?
I've definitely been in situations where my roommate was having really loud sex. I don't know that there was a conversation about it or that I was included in any way. But yes,
So you don't
I think
know if there was
sometimes-
a conversation?
I know there wasn't.
Okay.
I feel like if you like, this is sort of similar to me to like the friends date, like the partner's dating and you
Yeah.
trying to fuck up so that the other friend is
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This feels a little bit like that, but on the other side where it's like you make like an aggressive display of affection and intimacy, sort of like it's a little obvious that me and my partner are going to go have sex or do something intimate. And that kind of sets the mood a little bit and the vibe. Like sometimes
There's
the
a
vibes,
sex vibe in the house.
Sometimes I know that we're being silly, but that is like real. I think sometimes it's like, I think they're going to go fuck. And like,
Yeah.
Gotcha. See, I've never had this scenario.
Right.
I think it's maybe like the thing where you're like, let's leave them alone for a little bit. Like, we'll sort of leave them on the couch, and then that leads to you. Maybe we will flirt. I don't know.
Is that like maybe that's the equivalent of like when you're? I think sometimes when you're like doing a double date situation.
Yeah, and you're kind of you're in the wingman position because they're like the more secure.
You've like blind dated each of your friends or something together, and you're like, now we're gonna let the magic happen, and that's kind of fun for you.
And then you guys have sort of like you can bond over the fact that you kind of
vicariously
sort of fucking while your friends are fucking even if you're not.
Yeah.
With every thrust that they do, you sort of feel as if you're thrusting.
Yeah.
And suddenly,
singing a beautiful song together in the house.
You're home. Yeah. You're home,
honey. I'm home.
Yeah, exactly.
Where I shrunk the kids.
I shrunk the kids. As your sperm count reduces.
This has been Oops All Segments. Thank you so much for having Cuinn back on the show. Great to have you, buddy. Anything that you would like to point the people to?
You know what? Yes. I've got some my theater company we're an arts creative company called JHG Creative. Just check out our socials generally at JHG Creative on Insta, and that's probably the only one we're really that active on. But we own the other ones, so check those out too if you want to. But like we've got some pretty cool big things coming up that we got some grant funding for. So if you're in the Winnipeg or greater Winnipeg area, check out JHG Creative.
Very fun, very exciting. Do that. Do you have shows in Chicago?
The usual. You can probably check me out at Trigger Happy. You can see me sometimes in camp. Whatsitsname and Secret Family Sketch. We're going to do some more shows every month at The Annoyance on Saturdays. Check those out.
Yeah. Club Soda Improv's on a little bit of a break. We'll probably be back swinging full swing at the Improv Festival in mid-October, so stay tuned for that. Outside of that, if you want to check out another comedy podcast that both of these guys have been on, What We Do in the Basement is a Let's Play D&D podcast where I DM and run a long-form session. Every episode's over an hour long. They are a great time, and we're still going strong. Episode 85, I think, is coming out right away. 86, wherever we're at, and we're moving along. That's what you can check us out on, folks. Thank you so much for listening to this week episode of Oops.
Take me out to the ball game.
Do you guys really think I'm a narcissist?